What's going on?
Lisa Ray here with Creepy Creations.
And Wildcard Builds, hanging out again.
Yeah, so today we're going to be redoing our tombstones that are years old.
Yeah, because the old ones suck.
Yeah, they do. They do. Hang on, I'll show you. Okay, so I did these like 8 years ago. And they were just OSB board. Just, I mean, it's held up well over the years, but they don't look realistic. So there's mine. And so we're gonna do that, redo them by facing them with foam insulation board. So keep watching and see the process. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the old ones and we're gonna lay them out on here. Rex has already started without me. Shame on you. And let's see what we can get. So what we have now is a grown-ass child. And we are going to grate stuff or foam, spray foam insulation, this
Gaps
stuff.
and cracks foam.
Yeah, gap and crack filler. You can use great stuff. I found some cheaper stuff. We're going to try it and see how it works. Let's get started. heavy stuff.
There's a battery over there.
Okay. I'm gonna use it. Hey guys, Lisa Ray with Creepy Creations, and we're back in tombstone making mode. Let me show you what we got going on. Okay, so I have printed out on paper because I don't have one of those fancy little carving, vinyl cutting printers. But anyway, so we have printed out on paper, popped them onto our tombstones. Rex is working on his over there. Say hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
And then I'm taking my hobby knife. I got it at Harbor Freight for like $6. And I'm just cutting out the letters. Then they end up looking like this. Rex has already started dribbling some of those out. Bring that over here, babe. I want to get a better look at it. So you can see that's going to look pretty cool when we get it all done. So we're going to continue working. Give you an update here in a few. Okay, so we have our tombstones carved out. Let me show you what we got. Rex is looking awesome, as always. And I'm going to let him carve the cracks in. I did draw them out for him. I got another one over here. Hi, Zoe. That I've carved out. Didn't go as planned, but hey, that's cool. It'll be alright. These I have already hit with the heat gun. And that's what I'm about to do with this one. So if you want to see how that works, hold your horses. Okay. So basically, I've got a spray bottle of water here, and I'm going to mist this on to my tombstone. You want to try to get as many big water droplets as possible. I did sand part of this, so that's going to be a little difficult in some areas. But you do want it to be good and wet. And that looks good to me. All right, got my heat gun. I'm going to use the high setting. I'm going to spray a little water in my cracks so they don't get too crazy on me. All right, watch out, Zoe. So basically, just kind of hold it down there, and you'll see it start to work. There we have that. Now it's time to dry lock them after I get the other couple done, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, so I have hard coated with dry lock my tombstones twice. That one's hubby's. He's got more to do to it, so I'm going to let him dry lock it. They are drying right now. As you can tell, still a little bit wet. Then we get to start aging them. Yay. Like I said, I put some cracks up here to make it look like this part had broken off before, and it's been glued back on. Because there wasn't much I could do about that big gap. But the rest of them mostly filled in. And I just love the texture from the heat gun. See all that? It's Pretty awesome. All right. I'll, I will, tune you back in when it's time for distressing. Yay. All right, so we're ready for a little distressing. Yay. Alright, so what I've got is I've got some black acrylic paint here. I'm going to add a little bit of water and basically make a wash that is black. So a black wash. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Yeah, that's the ticket. Let's get that mixed up. It's nice and soupy. And then I'm going to just start. So I'll start on this one. And just kind of let it do its thing. You might want to add a little more water to this. I'm going to try and get into all those nooks and crannies. I do have a spray bottle of water that I can use to make it run more where I want it to be running at. I know it feels like you did all that work to dry lock it and then you're just painting right over it, right? Well, not exactly. I've got a spray bottle of water here, and I'm just going to start misting it. I think that's going to look pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, and we'll see what they look like. Stay tuned. Okay, so I ran out of space for filming, so I had to delete a bunch of stuff, so I'm sorry I didn't include you in this, but let me show you what I've got done on the Tombstones. Alright, I took some paint and kind of put some mossy color, if you can see that, on the sides and anywhere I thought moss might grow, like in these areas that catch a lot of dirt. And then I hot glued some moss that I got at Wally World onto them. But this is what they looked like when they dried. I did go back over some of the detailed areas a couple of times with some more of the black wash, but I think they turned out really good. There's some more moss. And over here, move Zoe. And Rex finally finished dry coating his. So there is his after I added a little bit of moss. And on this one, I tried painting in the letters. I didn't wait for it to dry, and then I black washed it. and I think it gave it a really cool effect. So the next step is to put them in the yard. I'll show you how I do that next. They're in the yard, they're in the yard, they're in the yard, yay! I'm so happy. So I think they turned out really well. I love how they look. They'll look even better at night. Zoom in a little bit. That's my daughter's, her name is Raven. Hubby's. And mine. I had to use a heat gun to carve, or my heat knife, hot knife, to carve the all-seeing eye. But anyway, added the moss. This is just a random saying I found online. Of course, that one's usually everyone's favorite. So what I did, step around back here, is I pipe strapped some 1/2-inch PVC to the back after I camouflaged my OSB board. And then I just drove rebar into the ground and slid it over the top of that. So it will have a permanent fixture on the back of it, but hey, I mean, it's screwed in, so if I ever need to take it apart, it's cool. I enjoyed this project. I hope you enjoyed watching the progress. And am I done with Halloween? No way. No way. I'll probably be working on Halloween right up until day of. But as far as tombstones go, I think I'm done with those. I just have to figure out how to stake my filler tombstones into the ground. And I was going to buy some wire hangers to do that with, but did you know that they don't sell wire hangers at Walmart anymore? It's crazy, right? Yeah. So I'll figure something else out. Maybe Harbor Freight will have something I can use. In the meantime, keep it creepy.